this is what the finished product will look like whenever we make our own custom liquid. So you're going to need a couple of things. First of all, you're going to need some e-juice. I'm choosing to use the tobacco flavored from Pillbox or Totally Wicked. This is 36 milligram strength. So we're going to be using that today. As well as vegetable glycerin. I have the Wilton brand. I got it at the Hobby Lobby. I paid $2.18 for this. That should last me for quite a while. This with shipping and everything was $30. And if I just vape this straight, nothing else, will last me about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. But with this being the 36 strength, I don't think that I could vape only this. Not quite that hardcore. Okay, so what I've got here is a syringe. This syringe happens to have a little stopper. I've already made one little batch earlier, so it does have a little bit of remnant left of that. I'm okay with that. So the stopper allows me to plug up the end while playing around with some of my favorite here. So we're going to start with the nicotine juice itself. Like I said, using the Pillbox. Oh, just for comparison, because Totally Wicked has come out with a new packaging, new bottles. They're basically the same. One difference is that the labels on the neckband of the bottle is no longer there because this does not come actually attached to the new bottles. It comes with a child safety cap. The ingredients were listed on the old bottle, the old one, new one, no ingredients, which I'm okay with that. What I do really like is the fact that there is now a strip here that is not covered by the label as in the old bottle, so you're actually able to see the level of your e-liquid. This just arrived a couple of days ago, so a lot of juice in there. So I'm going to add about a milliliter or mil of my Totally Wicked tobacco flavor. I do like Totally Wicked. I'm not sure if it's because I like the juice so much, because I also like another brand's juice, Pure Smoker's juice, Cash Liquid, or I just like the Little Devil on it. So I'm going to also add some glycerin. That's going to be about equal part glycerin, excuse me, equal part glycerin and nicotine juice. So I'm going to fill this up until it's at the 2 ml mark. This stuff is very thick, and this is what gives you really good vapor. A little bit more. So there we go, up to 2 mils. Now this little pipette is just a disposable pipette. You can get it from usplastics.com. That's also where I get my little bitty bottles from. So we have a 50-50 mix of nicotine juice and glycerin, 1 ml juice, 1 ml glycerin. So now to add the flavor, this is going to be hopefully a butter pecan kind of taste. Now I am from Louisiana. I love pralines, and there is a praline flavor of the Loran oils, which is what I'm using. To Loran.com. That's LORANN.com for the oils. They do have little droppers available. But being from the South, we have what we call pralines, however you want to say it. They have a praline flavor, but it doesn't really taste like it. So I'm kind of making my own with pecan and butter. And if you're making pralines, that's all that's in there is pecans, butter, and sugar. Maybe a little bit more pecan. I'm not being scientific, obviously. I'm just kind of sniffing it and see how it smells. It's also how I cook. Okay, so that smells about right. So if you look here at the mixture, 1 ml of the e-liquid, 1 ml of glycerin, and about, I don't know, like 2 of those little lines, I don't know if that's visible, a few drops of flavoring. My method of mixing is just to shake it. Then I remove the blue cap, take my empty bottle. This is a 3 ml bottle if I'm not mistaken from US Plastics. It's called the Boston Dropper Bottle. Very inexpensive. I got 100 of them for about 30 bucks. They also have syringes and all this other stuff. So now that I've got that, the top comes separate. Put that on. Yes, I have washed my hands. Since this is for personal use, I don't see the need for gloves. Screw the top on, and then it's perfect to fit my little case. I do use a USB case to carry all of my supplies. It's a jumbled mess. Right now, batteries and tweezers, and looks like a heroin addict's case. I'm okay with that. Some of the flavors I've experimented with was like a root beer float. This one says e-Cig because a coffee chain here, but I was trying to go for like a frappuccino kind of taste. This one says Andes because I think it tastes like Andes mint. It's chocolate with a little bit of mint. Then some coffee. I love coffee. This is plain old Cash's Marlboro. Anyway, put the lid back on here. Next, what you want to do is get some removable labels. This is made by Avery. I don't remember how much it was, a couple, $3, something like that. I like them being removable because obviously I want to be able to reuse the bottles eventually. So this is my version of praline, so I'm just going to write praline here. And then, oops, there we go. Put it on there. Now, because the label is removable, I use a little bit of tape to hold it on. Now, this is also the kind of tape that peels off pretty easy. So whenever you do want to reuse your bottles, it's very easy to do so. I like to wrap it all the way around because it makes it easier to take it off. So that's going to be pretty safe in my purse or in my pocket or anything. It's not going to, label's not going to smear. If oil gets onto it, it's not going to fade. And this way you can kind of create your own custom flavors, whatever you like. I've experimented with a good portion of this bottle. I have very, very little left now. And most of it went in the name of scientific experimentation for my electronic cigarette habit. So here we go. Let's see how it drips. Here's my Totally Wicked Platinum Atomizer or e-cigarette. I'm going to drip it onto the atomizer. I already did the 50-50 a little bit earlier. So this is my dripping method. I just take it, a couple of drips here. And this is going right on top of what I was using earlier. Drip on top, right there at that steel mesh. Now, whenever I was brand new to e-smoking, I didn't really know how much to drip. If that's visible, I just like it to be moist without being wet. I always have my tweezers with me now so that I can kind of pull it up and work it in there if it's not seeming to vape as well as I'd like it to. So put this on here. A little excess, I'm going to wipe that off. There you have it. It's kind of tasty. Wow. Now the glycerin itself adds a lot of, I guess, smoke, whatever you want to call it, the vapor. The glycerin really adds to the vapor experience. It thickens everything. A lot of people do add distilled water, not tap water, but distilled, not bottled water, but distilled. It doesn't have any of the imperfections or impurities in the water. But I don't like to use too much glycerin because it seems to give me a stomach ache or I just don't feel well. But 50-50 works. Alright, that's it for now.